Recorded live.
Good day, everyone. Good day, good day. This is Barbara Sadler, and this is the Tracina call for one eek, hoon eek, or one wind. It is November 8th on the Gregorian system. And with me today, I have two lovely guests that I'm sure are going to be able to really kind of stir up as many wind people and wind energies can do, stir up the energy and invoke the energy for our next Tracina. This is the 19th of 20, a total of 20 calls that will be, or telewebcasts that we'll be doing. We started back in February, I think, and we're doing a full 260-day cycle. And what we do is we've got a variety of formats, but this is a platform for having so many people in the world come to a deeper understanding of the Mayan sacred calendar, Mayan cosmology, the Mayan path, and we've had a variety of speakers, different formats, and today I have two people with me. One is Jose Coutino, who is calling in live from Antigua, Guatemala. Good day, Jose. I'm so glad you're with us today. It's an honor to have you in our presence. Jose is a Mayan. He is a Mayan Daykeeper, a bona fide Vada carrying Mayan Daykeeper, who has studied with initially with Don Alejandro Sarria Perez Ojak, which many of you folks probably already know as the primary character in the movie called The Shift of the Ages. And he is also, Jose is also practicing Mayan cosmology through the Pokemon tradition. And his original teacher was Tata Julian Lopez Mendez. And Jose is going to be able to talk to us a little bit more about what those experiences have been for him in his lifetime. Also with me is a dear, dear friend named Lyndi Hofstra. She is an 8 wind, and she and I have spent a lot of time together in all kinds of different spiritual circles, whether they were meditation circles or fire circles or just being in nature. That's kind of how we pasa tempo. That's kind of how we spend time together. And I really wanted her to be on our call today because she so exemplifies Washakib Eek, 8 wind. And it's really kind of fun because that's a solid, stable, one of the more auspicious numbers in the entire spectrum of 13. And so we will be able to get into a little trialogue here, a little discussion between Jose and Lyndi and myself and all of you in exploring the Mayan cross for Lyndi, who is 8 Eek. So let's get started. If you're on the phone, if you're not on the internet, but for the people that have dialed in by telephone, if you're not speaking, it's a good idea to mute yourself with your phone so the rest of us don't hear any background noise, like dogs barking or children walloping around or dishes clanking in the kitchen or whatever. So you do that by pressing *6, and then when you do wish to speak, just press *6 again, and that'll open up your line. So that will help all of us. So, Jose.
Hello.
Hello. How would you like to invoke the nawal Ik for us today?
Okay.
Would you like to do that? Everybody on the call is used to having a candle or maybe 4 candles with them.
Yes.
In a quiet, meditative place. So we create like this virtual fire.
Yes.
So you can help us, I think, if you like, to bring in the energies of Ik for today and for the next Tracina. Would you like to do that for us?
Yes, sure. Today is the Ik Day. And Corazón del Cielo, Heart of Heaven, Heart of Earth, Heart of Wind, Heart of Water. We ask you today to have a clear mind and to be in love with everyone around. And of course, if I am going to talk with Lyndi about her Mayan horoscope, her cross, is very important for her because it's her secret. So for her, today is her main day energy. She can use her mind to heal yourself. So I'm talking with Lyndi. Lyndi, hi, how are you?
Oh, hello.
And,
hello.
Hi. You got this beautiful power of the pure mind for healing. Another thing is to be pure, innocent, like the wind. Because you are a magnetic woman. You catch energies around you. But the only way you can transmutate that energy that you receive every day is through your true love, using your hands, teaching other people. And in that way, you get your mystic spirit inside of you, because Mother Earth is the one that gives you that female magic energy to change everything through the wisdom of forgiveness and to forgive, but also to forget. So your heart will glow as a ray of wisdom and healing. You can walk to become a Shushushel. Shushushel is a Mayan priestess or a daykeeper, because many of your signs around you, they talk about you need to become a teacher of the future, to keep this ancestral tradition running, where you are teaching. You need to prepare, as every one of us. We need to prepare. That's why today we are preparing ourselves, because in some few days, something very special is going to happen. We can see it. We can feel it. We can see the sky. And in the sky, some signs are here. And they are not signs of spiritual things like, oh, look, I am hallucinating. No, this is real. This is not like a fairy tale. Someone is coming and many of them are coming. So we need. That's why today, Hun Ik, and for you too, Lyndi, that you are Washakib Ik, we need to protect our brains. We need to protect our thoughts. We need to protect our children especially, because their thoughts, their spirit is very pure. So this day is the beginning of something very special, like Tata Cirilo, he said, the Mayans, we are not saying that the war is about to end, but it's not that the end of the war is something that is coming, and we need to receive this new teaching. We can see it in all the cultures. That star, the green star or the blue star or Katrina, or the name that we have in different books, in different traditions, is here. And for some reason, we are here to receive again this ancestral tradition. That's why I want to initiate people with this ancestral wisdom and to receive their Pichon Kakal. The Pichon Kakal is the sacred bundle. It's like the spirit of the universe. It's your own spirit. And when you receive that sacred bundle, you become very happy. It's like a gift from the stars. It's to be in the now, in the present. So for people that are listening these words from me, and you want to know a little bit more, because I don't know nothing. I am only one of the thousands or millions of people that are following some tradition, because it's the time. Right now is the time. And if we got this next 13 days to think about it, for example, today, Hun Ik, we need to put something inside of us, our spirit working. Why? Because tomorrow is the time to recognize that you are here for some reason. AKABAL is the second opportunity. We need to take that opportunity to be magnetic, because Oshitkat is going to be like a force of gravity that comes to us. And then comes 4 KANE. That KANE is to change everything inside of us. It's the serpent. And when the serpent wants to change, she takes her skin off and she receives a new skin. And then comes 5 KAME. And 5 KAME is to wake up from death, to reborn, to receive our new dreams, the new conception of this spirit that we have inside. And then Wakib Yeh, that means we need to walk one direction. But the direction is the light direction. We want to be with the light energy, with the light people. And then, Wukub KANIL, what kind of seed, what kind of food we are going to give in these next 13 days. Is the fruit of wisdom, or to be the same way in the negative way, thinking in the negative way? No, we need to move to the Washakib Toch, and to pay for everything that we receive every day with respect to our lives. We move to Belehetzi, and Belehetzi is very important because it's the love from the love of the universe that we cannot buy or sell. And if we are paying with one heart and we are creating new rules, so Lahubat is going to give us our new time to choose the right direction with 11 or Hulahuh, the right direction, because when we start today with that direction, with Hun Ik, Hulahuh, which is the destiny that we are choosing right now, is going to be the one that takes us to the happy ending of 12 Ach, the family, multiplication of whatever we are doing in these 13 days or these thousands of days of our lives. To get the authority to transform ourselves with 13-ish or Shlahuh-ish. But who is Oshlahuh-ish? Oshlahuh-ish is of female energy, magical female energy of transformation. It's related to Mother Earth, to the energy of the earth that is feeling something that is about to happen, and she is having those pains inside. And we are receiving those vibrations through our body, through our 7 chakras and our 13 articulations. So if we are paying attention to this frequency, wave frequency, and this sound that is we are hearing inside, we move to Hun Siking to start the new cycle. And Hun Siking is the vision, the new vision. So we are receiving the new vision in 13 days. Of course, if we are prepared, how we prepare to this new receiving energy is to have one heart, to be true to ourselves, to love everything that we create, we make, we do every day, like our work, children, people around, the plants, flowers, everything. We need to love the air that we breathe every day, the water that we drink every day. It's the perfect moment. Now is the frequency, is the end of time and the beginning of the new time for every one of us. Forget about extinctions or death or sorrow or pain. No, it's the time to be free. Because today, if we are talking with Lyndi, and she is the Washakib-Ik, we are talking about this incredible energy, Ik-Balam. Ik-Balam is a very special energy because he belongs to the north and south. It's the only Mayan day that belongs to north and south, white and yellow. And he belongs also to the group of holders of the years as Ik, holder, and also as a Balam, a cardinal point also, north, with his white color. So it's a very special day today because we are dealing with this like 4 or 5 different meanings of Ik. And we have here and Lyndi with Washakib-Ik, and she represents the power of wind. Beautiful. Because wind is the spirit, and the spirit is the one that gives us wisdom to transmutate negative problems, because life is a mathematical problem. We need to solve those mathematical problems, and when you solve them every day, you become happy. That's the easy thing. You become very happy when we solve the problems, the mathematical problems of life. And when I talk about this initiation, Pokomam initiation, it's beautiful, because at the end of these 21 days, you perceive your life in a complete different way. It's like if you see a cloud, you may think, wow, I never saw a cloud like that. Or anything, a color, bright colors, or when you see yourself, you see that special change inside of you. So, for me, it's a very mucho gusto, a big pleasure to talk with you this morning of Hun Ik. And let me tell you something. We need to be careful and to take care of little kids, young people, because something is coming. We need to protect them. And also the very old people, because we don't want them to suffer nothing. That's why we are here at the end of the cycle and the beginning of the new cycle. We need to be one to protect ourselves, to protect our families, and not to go crazy. Because remember, Ik is the wind, and the wind can drive you crazy, because it can make a storm inside of us, inside of our mind. So let's keep our mind steady, quiet, without putting any fears inside. Let's put love inside of our mind. Let's breathe. Let's meditate. Like for today is Un Ik, Keed Ik, Oshib Ik, Kahib Ik, Hoog Ik, Wakib Ik, Ukub Ik, Washakib Ik, Beleheb Ik, Lahuj Ik, Hulahuj Ik, Kab Lahuj Ik, Osh Lahuj Ik. Venga pues, Ik. Maltiox abuelas, por este día de hoy. Estamos muy agradecidos por habernos tenido aquí reunidos. Maltiox, el Acajao, Machimón Nawal. Gracias. Un Ik, AKABAL, Kat, Kan, KAME, KANIL, TZ'I, Bat, Ish, Sikin, Ahmak, Noh, Tihash, Kawok, Apu y Mosh. Gracias, corazón del cielo. Gracias, corazón de la tierra. Gracias, corazón del viento. Gracias, corazón del agua. A los cargadores y holders, Noh, Kiech, Ik, a los señores del tiempo, Balampitze, Balanakat, Bajukutaj, Ik Balam. a todos los abuelos, a todas las abuelas, Maltiox, Sacol, Vitol, Teteu, Unracán, Ugumatz, Ixtoc, Ixcanil, Ixcacabish, Unapu, Ixbalanque, Ixmucané, Chipicaculja, Teculja, Unracán. Gracias abuelos, gracias abuelas, Tupulcán, Quetzalcoatl. Gracias, gracias. 1,000,000 de gracias, abuela del día, abuela del sol. Estamos agradecidos en este día de hoy. We are very grateful for this day because we are talking with our hearts. We need to transform ourselves in this moment. We need to be one. We need to be in love because only love is the one energy that is going to change everything. So for us and everyone on this planet, in this universe, we are ready to receive this new wisdom, the wisdom of love and peace. And we are ready to transform ourselves, to go to the next dimension, and to be happy with our children, with the animals, with Mother Earth, with the stars, with Hunapu, on los planetas, with the planets, with everything in this universe. Gracias a los abuelos. Muchas gracias, abuela.
Oh, thank you, Jose.
You're welcome, Barbara. And
thank you, Eek. Such a beautiful, beautiful invocation and explanation for us on how to work with this energy, how to be setting intention with this energy for the next 13 days. And what can we expect? How can we, go through the count and use the suggestions that you made for intentions for each one of the days. And we will have these posted on our Mayan Cross Facebook page for those of you that didn't pick up on each one of the 13 intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's wonderful, and talking with you is just, it's so much fun because for us, where English is our first language, hearing you just with such ease and so gracefully doing the count, and I feel like talking to you, I'm just in the calendar, just in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the wheels are turning, right? The cycles are clicking right through when I hear you speak, and you make your transmission. So I feel like we're all very, very blessed to have you with us today. And Lyndi, your Mayan cross, and anybody who's wind has the same configuration, of course. You've got Jaguar, Ish, as your conception energy, and the dog, or C, as your mission. And just knowing you like I do, I know how magical you are, and you are. And yet, there's no ego attached to it, Jose. I mean, the way Lyndi manifests her energies in this lifetime, she's a healer, she's a teacher, she's a wonderful communicator, not only with spoken and written word, but also in terms of just energetic transmissions. Mm-hmm. And I think because she's Washakib, because she's 8, she's become to so many people in our community like this. She's like the rock, She's, even though she's wind, she's got this stability to her where she can be present with other people in their times of need, in their times of questioning, in their times of sorrow. She just knows what to do and how to do it in such a beautiful way. And you know, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm also speaking for a lot of other people that I know have been touched by her wisdom and by her grace. And then, of course, on your horizontal level of your cross, you have KANIL in your left hand and Ahmak in your right hand. So you've got this balance to make in this lifetime between this explosive energy and explosive intelligence of the seed, this incredible energy that's encapsulated in a tiny little seed, balanced with the profundity required for Ahmak. You know, the level and depth of understanding, ultimately moving towards one of the most spiritual acts there is, which is forgiveness, and asking for forgiveness. So, Lyndi, talk to us a little bit about how this plays in your heart.
Well,
and
I have to say
also
that
how you came upon this in the first place.
Okay. After hearing all that, I guess I don't have to see my psychiatrist tonight. No. It's very, 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 very kind words, and from Jose, and bless you and thank you, and from my friend BJ. To me, the one thing about wind is that it's also reflected in my astrological chart is that I'm Aquarius with a Gemini moon and a Libra ascendant, which is all air. So from high school on, doing this, being in astrology, understanding it, that's corresponds with what's happening. And then the female energy of the coming in with the, was that crocodile at the top?
No, it's jaguar.
Jaguar. I'm very connected to women. I was born in a family with 5 girls. My sister Penny died 30 years ago, but she's still very close to us from the other side. I've been in women's groups. I'm always been part of that female energy. And the Mayan,
and your mother is a very, very spiritual person as well. She raised you that way.
Right. No, you're right. My mom got us involved in the inner peace movement when I was 14 years old and went out to spiritual camps in Osceola, Iowa. I was in Theosophical Society in college and would go to Unity Church, which people would know as the Church of the Daily Word, the metaphysical Christian. I'm also a practicing Buddhist in an esoteric practice called Shinyuan. That's all across the world, but it's by me, it's in Elk Grove Village. So that also speaks of what wind does, which is changeable, moving around, doing different things. You know, my husband laughingly says to me, well, what's the next thing you're going to do, become a Sufi? And I'm like, no, you know, it's just I've learned from all these traditions, but one of the things that the Mayan has really brought home to me is and again for a wind, being up in the air all the time, being grounded in the beauty of the earth. I've always appreciated the beauty of sunsets and trees are important and all that, but like when Tata Pedro went with us, he's a Mayan elder, and BJ and I live around Chicago, and there's a place called the Morton Arboretum, which is a gorgeous place where BJ and I go and hike all the time, all trees and beautiful. And when Tata was out here with Shuni, they went to the Arboretum and they went to the pine forest, and BJ was telling me that Tata just started to walk because it's a different type of trees probably than what they have in Guatemala so much, and he he just like walked up to the tree and just started talking to it, and he looked down at the different vegetation, and he was communicating with it. And we know that, as all of us are spiritually oriented, we know that everything is energy and everything emits energy. But to recognize it and to honor it and to embellish it with our own energies, thanking the tree for what it looks like and thanking the grass. And one other thing, when Jose said that our problems on earth are mathematical, at first I thought that was sort of counter to all the Mayan earthly things we're talking about, but I forgot about all their mathematical work that they do with the calendars. Mm-hmm. And so if you're looking at your problems on earth, one of the things that I've learned recently is I kind of have 4 ways that I look at it. And I kind of informed this from my Shinya-Wen practice, that first you look, and then you see, and then you acknowledge, and then you act. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't act, I mean, what good is it? I mean, if you're not going to put it out in the world to try and be peaceful and kind. And in Shinya-Wen, we always say, too, when you get seishin, which is meditation words, to help you with your practice to reduce your karma, they always say the first place you practice is with your family. Because you know what? That's the hardest place to practice. You know, my mom used to say, she says, oh, it's always easier to be nice to your friends, but how about with your sisters? I'm like, yeah, you know, that's pretty much true. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so the action, and I think that's what Jose is talking about in these next 13 days, which are also listed on your email that you sent out to us, looking at how do you go through the clear mind and recognize and being positive and the spiritual knowledge and then the dreams and to walk in the elements and the love and the respect and, you know, under the law and not wasting the time. And so that the path leads to good destination next to family and loved ones in a perfect communion with Mother Earth. I mean, those are the things we talked about. I didn't, Jose talked about in the 13 days. And what is this all for? It's so that we can act and be of service to others. And Jose, you're talking about particularly children and elderly. Yeah, that's a good thought. You know, how are we? I have 2 sons, you know, and 1 son that passed away. But how do we be more aware of that? I guess. So I guess it's kind of for me. Your words are all too kind, and believe me, I do have an ego, and I'm working with it all the time. But but you're acknowledging that you're working with it, which is a step beyond being really stuck and adhered to your ego, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, no, I'll say thank you to that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I have a question for Jose, and I think a lot of others may benefit from this too. I'm Jihash, and I have a mother who is wind, and a daughter who is wind, and a number of really good friends, Lyndi, of course, among them, that are wind. I've got probably, in terms of the scope of people that I've come to know and be friends with and close with in my lifetime, I probably have the most numbers of people that I'm close with are Tihash also. But the next group would be my wind people. And there's just a connection there that is unlike anything else. So is this part of the whole notion of compatibility among day signs? Can you explain that a little bit more to us? Because I have a sense, I mean, my heart tells me that these are people that I've shared many lifetimes with and that they're part of my soul group.
Yes, because we are in a wheel. This wheel turns around, and we always get in contact with people that we know or people that we should know or for some reason, and people with Tihash, the energy of Tihash is to give freedom to people that are suffering from any pain that is made in their mind, in their broken rules, in their dreams, in their own forgiveness and to forgive for themselves. They are choosing the suffering path. They are not choosing the path of light and wisdom. So Tihash is a very powerful energy because it represents the pyramids. And look around the planet and the moon and Mars and everything is related with pyramids. So people with Tihash are healers, but magical healers. It's like in the past, the touching sign with the finger or with the stick or with something. In Mayan science, we got the sacred bondo, the pichón cacal. That's the touching magic energy. When you touch someone with the pichón cacal, you heal that person. It's called the miracle touch. So Tihash represents, if you want to suffer all your life for an imaginary sickness or pain, is the wrong way. The right way is to be free of suffering and to give freedom to people around you, the people around that the person that has this Tihash energy, because they represent the magician, the 8,000 knife warrior, the obsidian knife. So it's the magical stone to see the future, the past, or the present, or the now. Where I am right now, if you see an obsidian stone, you can see yourself like a mirror. That's the Tihash energy. And
yeah, but what about the connection? What about the connection? Sorry to interrupt, but the question I'm asking is this connection that I have with wind people. Is it because we're both from the north? I mean, is that the resonance that we're feeling, that we're kind of made up of, the same elements?
That's right.
And that people from the west or people from the east, I don't feel that it's kind of like a camaraderie or, a sense that we're together forever. It doesn't mean that I can't be friends with them, but there's just something different, some magical kind of quality.
Barbara, you are Tihash. Your sign is Tihash. Hello?
Yes.
You are Tihash. You belong to the white.
Right.
You think the white, the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So you are more connected with people from the south because you represent north, and you are very strong. You have a very strong connection with the people of south, the yellow one, and that means that the others, the east and west, like for example, I am west, and I got this feeling of people that are from the north because my sign is one of the holders.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's another different thing that some of the people in this planet, we are different. Some of us, we belong to the holders because we have the holder sign of birthday.
He's referring to the fact that Kiach, the deer, is a holder of the 4 cardinal points. And you see,
exactly. And you are connected because you are Tihash. You get connection with everyone because people and all the signs go to the hash energy because it represents the pyramid. So you got this very strange energy to transform things around you.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Aku energy in your physical line of life, and that Aku give you the power to be the warrior. What kind of warrior?
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual warrior. Hmm?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. And
So
this
is kind of what happened for me when I built the Mayan Cross website, was that I had been doing manual calculations for a lot of different people, and I examined, all my friends and relatives, and I was doing so many of them that I decided to build a website that could calculate it, because it is it's a pretty simple calculation, right? So I want to make sure that everybody on the call is aware of the new website that Jose has created, and it takes the Mayan Cross concept that was given to me by Don Alejandro, where there's 5 signs in your cross plus your year bearer. Yeah. Well, Jose has taken the 9-sign, I call it the 9-sign Mayan cross, which is the more embellished creation of the energies, and he's built a website based upon that. And I think the name of it is MayanAstrology.com. Is that what it's called, Jose?
Mayan Horoscope.
MayanHoroscope.com.
Yes.
Okay. So I invite all of you to go out there and take a look at it, because he's done something super special. And I'd like to do a whole call just on this a whole telewebcast just on this piece of it. But there's a connection between the signs, your Mayan astrology, and your physical well-being. Mm-hmm. And on Jose's website, he maps each Mayan cross with the physical, potential physical problems that you may have based on your organs, your joints, and your chakras. Mm-hmm. And someday I would like to, have you explore that with us, because it makes perfect sense. All the ancient traditions have connected mind, body, spirit in this way, in a similar fashion. And it's just, this is groundbreaking content for the internet, Jose. I'm sure you're aware of that. This discussion just hasn't happened in the Western world to date. Yeah. And so we're really, really happy that you've put forth the effort to make such a beautiful website that takes the MayanCross.com really to the next level as far as I see it. And the other thing I want to mention before we open it up for questions and answers among our audience here is that Jose is planning to come to the U.S. to do a 21-day initiation program. And maybe Josh and Jose can explain it a little bit further so people can know what it is that you're going to be offering. The way I've interpreted the description of this program is that it is unprecedented in the U.S. I don't think content like this has ever been offered from the, based with the Mayan tradition. So I'm thrilled that this is happening and that we can go deeper into this wisdom here in our own country. So, Josh or Jose, do you want to explain a little bit more about what this is going to be?
Of course. This is a very unique initiation in the Mayan tradition, Pocomam tradition. We call it the water path because the water represents the most sensitive energy inside of us, intuition and feelings, emotions, telepathy. The water, we are a lot of, like 80% of water, and water is everywhere in this universe. So the water path represents the female magic energy. And Pocomam tradition talks about how to be your own healer using the energies of the Mayan calendar. And also herbs, medicine herbs, and the egg ritual. The egg ritual, Pocomam egg ritual, is related to unblock your 13 joints and your 7 chakras. Those make 20 different ukush, corazones, ukush is hearts, 20 different vortices or vortex of our bodies, the 20 days. And teach you also how to work with candles, the different colors, because colors, they have energy. The 9 colors are, we learn how to use the 9 different colors of candles, of fire, means fire, the red fire, the white fire, the yellow fire. But in the candles, the mystic way is beautiful because you can connect with different parts of the human body, organs. And also we learn about how to use, not to use because the word is not using, but how to connect with your spirit. Is the Pishom Kakal, the sacred bundle. When you use the sacred bundle to see the future, to ask questions, to heal, to protect, for everything. And that's the real thing, the real mystic of the Mayan wisdom is to receive your sacred bundle. That's the real essence, because, okay, you can make horoscopes, ceremonies, and everything. We can do it. But the sacred bundle represents the mystical spirit that people from the stars, especially from the Pleiades, left us here in this planet to be in contact with them. So it's like a cell phone. If we use or Pishom Kakal, I have my Pishom Kakal here, I can be connected with that superior spirit. It's beautiful. So that's why I want to get this initiation everywhere, because the most people, or we need that many people receive this Pishom Kakal in these next few years or days or months, because it's like to have your heart open to people and to everyone. It's your open heart when you receive your Pishom Kakal. That's why this initiation is complete, because my maestro Don Cirilo, he teach me half of the way to make fires. And Don Julian, when I went to ask him for this wisdom, he said, I will give you your Pishom Kakal, your fire, Don Cirilo, okay, and now I'm going to give you the other part. Is the Pocomam wisdom, the water path. And also in the water path, the Pocomam wisdom, there is a beautiful water ceremony, but we don't burn, we don't make it with fire. It's with food. in the ground, and we put all the food, the fruits, the vegetables, corn, rice, everything, and then we cover the offering and we place candles around and flowers, so it looks like it's a ceremony for Mother Earth, to be grateful to Mother Earth for everything that she gives to us every day. So we are, in the same way, giving back these beautiful fruits and vegetables and bread to her, to feed her, to fill her heart. It's a beautiful ceremony. And it's also to bring the rain. When the earth needs rain, we make this ceremony, or to stop fires in the jungle, to bring the rain to stop the fires in the jungle. For everything, it's the same thing that in the fire ceremony, but this is the water ceremony. It's not fire. It's only to be grateful to Mother Earth and to receive from her love and wisdom. So these two wisdom that I received from Tata Cirilo and Tata Julian, I am trying to put everything together, so when people get this initiation, they receive everything, not only part of something, not only half of the way. No, it's a complete initiation. But that's why it takes 21 days. Mm-hmm. There are like 500 hours of meditation of what you are doing every day. 500 hours is enough time to change the way of thinking of anyone. Meditating and doing and working, because you are not sitting the 500 hours. You are doing your work, but meditating with your heart open, your mind open, and in peace. Why? Because we are, in these 21 days, we are taking some spiritual herbs to desintoxicate our organs of a lot of years of getting inside or getting toxic things inside of us. Now it's more complicated because everything is contaminated. You see Fukushima in Japan, and all these hurricanes and storms, they bring all that contamination faster than only by the sea swings. The water moves faster with the storms. So with these herbs, these medicine herbs that we are going to use for 14 days, we are going to heal ourselves. Mm-hmm. Some of the people that are walking this path in the past and few days ago, some of them cannot finish because they feel like it's not for them. The herbs, plants, medicine plants, they have a spirit. And that spirit is the one that is going to give you the okay to get into this wisdom. It's like in the fire ceremony. The fire talks and tells you what to do. It's the same thing with the herbs. So we need to be open. For every one of us, we need to open our mind and to be clear. Today is to put your mind in clear state. Like delete everything and get your new seed of conscience. Because the conception of the physical energy of today is KANIL, and the spiritual conception of today is AKABAL. And those two energies, KANIL and AKABAL, represent to plant something with the power of your heart. So if we are planting something in this material world with the power of your spiritual heart, not with the muscle heart, the spiritual heart, we will receive our new rules, our new wisdom, and we are going to be free of negative passions. We are going to use the forgiveness energy to protect ourselves and our children. So this initiation, going back to this talking, the initiation of the water path gives you the opportunity to forgive yourself and to keep walking. Making mistakes, of course, but those mistakes are going to be erased or deleted by your own love for your life, for your children, for our planet.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds absolutely amazing.
Hey, DJ,
and it's something that hasn't been available.
DJ,
I don't think it's even available in Guatemala, let alone here. Yes, Lyndi.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just want to reiterate what Jose just said. It's one of those poster statements. Forgive yourself and keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive yourself and keep walking. Wow, I think that's wonderful. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and when you're walking with a little bit more lightness in your step.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So we only have a few more minutes. I'd like to open it up, and thank you so much for that description, Jose. I think it's really important for people to understand the depth and the approach that you're going to take on this initiation. And thank you for doing it. It is a huge commitment on everybody's part, and we're honored. Speaking in advance here, we're honored to have you be able to come to us and show us how to do this. So let's open the lines, though. Let's open the lines for questions or comments from anybody. Either chat them in on your computer or, feel free. This is the time. And I should mention that let's keep the questions centered around the kind of content that we've talked about today, and not so much about individual problems or individual. We don't want to turn this into an individual counseling session. We can always keep that going after the group closes the circle. But anybody want to add something or ask something about what Lyndi and Jose have talked about today? Any more questions about the Tracina, etc.?
I have a question for Lyndi, please.
Is this Eagle in Israel?
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Oh, great.
Hi,
Eagle.
So, hi, Lyndi. Hi. First of all, thanks for sharing. It's really beautiful. I was wondering about what are the things that you might want to point out as someone born on an Ik Nawal in terms of what happens when you're less balanced, and what are the stuff that maybe I should look out for, because I had a father. He's passed away, but he was born 12 Ik, and I can I wanted to hear your take about these things.
What I can tell you about Ik and the wind is mental illness. I'm manic depressive, and I find that as a very wind experience for me. Thinking that I've got connections out there and there aren't. When I was in psychotic episodes, thinking that there's connections there and there wasn't. And just being adrift and totally out of my body. And, of course, I've been in medication and well for years. But for me, it's that's part of what the wind can do, because you have so many ideas and you think everything's connected, it is connected, but you can get off balance. And I think what's helped me when they talk about the 8 number is that the as sort of being the stabilizing factor, and that's kind of what's always brought me back. So I would say for each, enjoy the thoughts and the different things that come into your mind, but, plant your feet firmly on the ground, cleanse your chakras, stay balanced. Shuni taught me a thing to do. She's a Mayan, I don't know if she's in Smolder or not, bringing in the energies of the... So let me stop talking. That would be what I would say. Pay attention to grounding. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
And Lyndi does a beautiful job with that. Despite what she just described about herself, she's still like this incredible stabilizing force within a spiritual community here in Chicago.
But that's also in all
it's doable. It's definitely doable.
Yeah,
this
right,
path to getting it that way, right?
Right, and just stay on your medication. Okay. Go ahead.
Any other questions? Any other comments? Concerns?